Hey, what's up, everybody? Back again with episode 2 of the DecompresSean Cast. Here we fucking are, just like I promised last month. A lot of shit has changed, to be quite honest, but let's just fucking get into it, shall we? I don't think I have as much to talk about compared to last time, so I think this one will be a little shorter. Hope you guys will enjoy it anyways. So, I believe last episode I mentioned I was going to get a job, I believe, or at least I was about to start it, if I'm not mistaken. So now that I've been through that, I'll just let you guys know I worked at FedEx for a little while until school started, and I made some decent money off that. And I'm gonna go pick up my last check on Friday. So that's pretty fucking hype. So yeah, I mean, that's why obviously there was kind of a, lack of really, any content in the last month, I guess. However, I did release something that was, pretty epic, at least in my opinion. Mr. Best Guy, thanks for the support on that, guys. Sharing that on the PCP really got it quite the big bump in views and whatnot. And if I'm not mistaken, it has like a 90%, 90 something percent, like to dislike ratio. So thanks for that. And, I was just kind of glad to see all the support on that. And it made me very happy, letting out those sort of feelings and that kind of disappointment, I guess, was felt pretty good to me, I think a lot of people generally got the point. Nate's been pretty inconsistent, he hasn't, adhered to his goals and timelines, and I'd like to think to myself that okay, well, I'll just get into it. I'll just get right into it. So, one of the points of this cast is to, get those, thoughts about, my frustrations with Nate out there, so I talk about them less in other places. That's kind of one of the things with this. So, Nate's approach to his content and whatnot is rather frustrating to me. And that's why I haven't been a patron for like the last few months, I imagine. And if I'm just being real, like that's exactly, what it is. It's like he's lacking consistency. And what's frustrating to me is, okay, I'll be real with you guys. So he posted a Patreon update. It is public, so I'm not like revealing any secret information or anything. So he, quote unquote, he like updated his Patreon like pitch, I guess. My headcanon makes me want to think he did it because of my video or because of me sending him a message about it. But it was just really retarded. I'm just gonna say, like, I just find it very interesting how, you go 9 weeks without releasing anything, and you still have like $850+ a month from patrons. I find that very strange. I wonder what the fuck people are doing, to be quite honest. That's why I honestly almost hate Nate fans more than Nate himself. The fact that they're so unwilling to, hold him accountable isn't going to make him put out a video any faster. If you think about it, I imagine that, if he saw his Patreon dip, maybe he'd hurry the fuck up. But yeah, I'm just going to go over some of the things that were in that Patreon update that kind of frustrated me. And, you guys will see what I mean. I'm going to pull up the image here. So, He posted an update, obviously, like I said, about his pitch. He updated it to quote-unquote version 2.1, which is a public Google document. You can go view yourself on his Patreon if you would like to. So my main issue with this was just such a slap in the face of everything that he's done within the last year, ever since becoming a full-time YouTuber and whatnot. The fact that content has come out less frequently, and, at least in my opinion, not as high quality, is kind of ridiculous. So, if I'm not mistaken, the main thing that he updated on his version 2.1 pitch was, I'm pretty sure he added in stuff about content and whatnot. But if I'm not mistaken, he also updated this. In the section What I Do, the back half specifically. It reads, and I quote, "As to the general release schedule of videos, I can't give a hard schedule, as they will be of varying length and complexity, meaning production time may differ, but my goal is to produce at least one per month. This may change, so please stay tuned for more info as I continue to refine this plan." That's really retarded. I don't even disagree. He won't give a hard schedule, and obviously the production time and length and complexity of the product, may, be different or whatever. But his goal is to produce at least one per month. So where are they at, though? We're 9 weeks. 9 weeks from the last Nate upload, or at least from the last real Nate upload. I don't really count the re-upload of the song. The date I count back from is when from the first Gets video was released, and that's only a difference of 2 days. So, if you really want to get all pedantic about it, whatever. But it is, I believe it resets every Wednesday, and I'm recording this Monday night. So, it's not exactly 9 weeks, but it's about to hit 9 weeks. It's fucking 8 weeks and 5 days or whatever the fuck. It's basically about to hit 9 weeks. So, yeah, I just find that kind of ridiculous, too, that he still states that his goal is one per month. Dude, you've been a full-time YouTuber for over a year. The goal is the same despite not being accomplished. How retarded is that? Why can't you just be honest and have some sort of schedule? Oh, I can't give a hard schedule, but my goal is to make one once per month. But you haven't been. That's the problem here. You haven't been. This whole year, you've completely failed. Let's be honest here. Nate has only released, 5 big videos this year? I will go to his, honestly, I'm going to go to his channel right now and count for just to fucking make sure with you guys. Gets, Smash, Misunderstood Animals, Hopes and Dreams. What else, really? I don't know about you guys, but I can't help but notice. Nate became a full-time YouTuber after Miyamafa 2. Then a bunch of Wiagawas were released, where at the time he was also failing to do this monthly big video upload thing. Well, I can't help but notice that after Miyamafa 2, you have a bunch of Wiagawas, you have one Tarantino cast in between them, then you have Hopes and Dreams, okay, that's one. You have a couple more Weagawas, and then content starts. And then you start getting a couple contents, couple Weagawas, couple shorter videos too. Nate gets hacked and stuff. So yeah, you can understand maybe, I don't know, maybe, honestly, we could give Nate three free months. 3. And you guys realize he would still be behind at least 4 or more videos? Nate is so far behind on videos, it's just not even funny. After Meme Alpha 2, Hopes and Dreams, Misunderstood Animals. Okay, throw in the One Piece lecture if you're feeling really spicy, but then you have the Why Smash Matters video, and then the Gits video. Including the One Piece lecture, that's only 5 videos. Nate has been a full-time YouTuber for over a year. And like I said before, if you want to be charitable to Nate, give him a couple free months, 3, just for the sake of, I don't know, just thinking about it, I guess. 3 free months, 5 videos. He's been a full-time YouTuber for what? We're going into the 15th month next month. Even with a fairly charitable interpretation, Nate is behind like 7 videos. Like, does no one understand this? Like, I'm just curious, right? Yet here we are. Still has over 200 patrons and is getting over like $800 and something per month. It's kind of ridiculous. I don't know. I just find it very odd, very hypocritical. You know, a guy who, you know, kind of touts himself as the paramount, you know, guy of, you know, personal responsibility and all this shit and, you know, being utilitarian and whatnot. It doesn't seem like he's using his time very well, huh? And it doesn't seem like he's, like, you know, upholding to his promises and goals at all, huh? Seems a little strange, doesn't it? Yet people are just so baited by this. I guess Seatol summarized it in her meme very well. And look, I'll talk about current events too. This whole thing about Digi's house getting broken into and whatnot. I have a pretty cynical take on this I'm willing to put out there. I can't help but notice this Spicy Salts fellow. He broke into Digi's house, not Nate's house. So I get it. I understand, you know, caring about your friends and stuff, and, you know, being concerned, being worried, whatever. That's fine. But I ask you this. What is stopping Nate from still working, at least? I can understand taking a few days, maybe a few weeks, hell, maybe even a whole month if you want to be really charitable, to just, you know, check in on Digi and console Digi or whatever. But I can't help but notice, Nate's house is not the one that's being broken into. So what exactly is holding you back from working on these videos and putting them out? That's the real question, right? Now you might say, oh, he's making content. Okay, you're not wrong. But other people are editing content. He's not editing content. He's filming it. That's fine. Nate's filming it with Digi, but he's not editing it. So I'm curious, right? What does Nate do once he's done with content? And if they're doing this kind of bulk recording thing where they're gonna film a bunch of it at the beginning of the month, what is stopping Nate from working on his own things later in the month? That's the question, right? Okay, that was a little much to take in there, but can you at least sympathize with my frustrations on this point? I hope that you can, viewers at home. I hope that you can. that being said, let's not talk so much about other content, man. What am I up to? So like I said before, I worked at FedEx pretty quick, just for a little, and I left because school is starting. Matter of fact, it has started. But, obviously I will not be retarded and make any commitment like I'm gonna make monthly videos like somebody, obviously the only thing I've really promised is this lecture. So I'll let you guys know. Lots of fucking progress has been made on this bitch. So since my last DecompresSean Cast, I have acquired a webcam. I have watched like 30 episodes of GX, I think. I'm over the halfway point in the series. So that's fucking hype, boys. It's fucking coming. I genuinely feel also like I have all like the physical stuff I need, There's a few more things I'm probably going to order, but in the coming weeks/months, you guys are really going to love it, honestly. I'm definitely preparing for this lecture in ways and in aspects that I think will surprise you, I obviously don't want to give anything away. I would also appreciate it if any of my friends who know any of the deeper stuff don't give anything away. You guys are going to be very surprised. I'm definitely committing to some aspects and some ways that might even be better than the PCP, at least some aspects of it, at least. PCP, better than the PCP lectures. So I'm really excited for that. I've pre-prepared so much stuff that it's just going to be like one of the best days ever. I'm going to be hanging out with my true friends, making something that I hope at least will draw more attention, to my channel and will be content, that people will enjoy. And I just can't wait to get this lecture out and then to subsequently start working on what essentially is best anime ever, Yu-Gi-Oh! GX. I'm so excited. There's some other things too that are just gonna aid me even more. For example, my family got a new printer. We did not have a color printer before. I believe this one is a color printer. And also, it can connect to my PC. So, I'm going to be able to print, documents for this lecture that will help me with it. And it will also have its own folder. So, I will have physical notes. Obviously, I'm not sure yet, as I still need to reorganize all my notes. But, there's potential for me to walk up into class, quote unquote, with, a folder that might have like 30 plus pages of notes in it or something. And I'm really excited too. There's also some cool stuff I plan to do with the editing, with the cameras, with lots of things. If you guys have any tips for me, let me know. One thing I'd love to hear from you guys, from the viewers at home, is I don't remember which lecture was it. Was it Ben? Was it Tom's, I think. If I put something on screen, such as text or an image, do you guys want a little jingle to go with that? Because what people often do is, with the lectures especially, is, they'll throw it on in the background and kind of have it on as background noise or whatever. But I want to know from you guys, if I had to ask one question to you that I would like you to comment about, let me know if you liked that idea of the jingle. That's one thing I guess I haven't really decided on. Because honestly, I'm probably going to give this lecture a lot of editing. Like I said before, I'm going to do something. I'm probably going to have I'm going to think at least 3 different camera angles in this lecture that I'm probably going to be switching between, if I'm being real with you guys. I seriously want and will put in a lot of effort into this. GX is a series that means a lot to me right now, and just, obviously doing a deep dive, into it, pretty based, honestly, pretty underrated, and you guys will see, I'll educate you, I really will, on how based, GX really is. So I'm so excited for that. It's not even funny. I obviously, I kind of gave a little too hasty of an estimate a long time ago. I was like, oh yeah, this fucking fall. Obviously that kind of, was changed. What I've kind of said after that is hopefully this year. There's, going through school right now, obviously an optimal time would be during my school break for me. But to be quite honest, if I had to, do it sometime during school within the next few months, that would be fine too. I'm an online student, so I'll just have to make it work, I really, really hope that you guys, if you watched my lecture mood video, I hope that you guys can still sympathize with me in, choosing pro and non as my audience. Because, like I said in that video, I kind of value more having a good audience than having a bad in-person audience. I'd rather have a good, over the internet audience rather than, like I said, bad in-person audience. So if you guys have any concerns about that, though, I will ask whoever shows up to it to please record themselves, audio and face cam. I will honestly require it, because why not? That will inject a lot of soul into the lecture. So if any of my friends from Pro Non are listening to this, you guys have a couple months, couple weeks, I don't know. Get a webcam ASAP if you don't already have one, or get a way to, I know you guys can record your own audio already, but I want to make sure you guys can record your faces too, because those reactions will be very important to, the overall soul of the lecture. So yeah, I think that is about it for lecture update. Really excited. Lots of progress being made. There's tons of aspects of it that are just already done and that I am getting done actively. I'm constantly working on it. I think the doc is up to 26 or 27 pages. I'm, like I said before, I'm a little over halfway watching GX. I probably will watch some more after recording this, in all honesty. I'm going to take a big swig of water. I'm really excited. Really excited to bring the big good stuff to you guys, you know. This has been an opinion I've kind of expressed on the down low elsewhere, but I feel like the PCP fans, they've made some lectures, and yeah, I know this sounds like really cocky of me and whatnot, but I feel, in my opinion, I didn't feel like any of them were all that good. And, I'm going to make this one good, I feel like the topic and whatnot is just, it's so me, I really settled on a good one, I think. And, to be quite honest with you guys, this is something I've been working on since the beginning, of this year. If I'm not mistaken, it was in, April or May that I came up with the idea and started doing some, preliminary notes on it and stuff. It's really been a long time coming. And I would not, obviously I'm not going to give hard timelines, but once I finish watching the show, it's going to happen pretty soon afterwards. Probably whenever I finish the show in a few weeks, I would probably record it and then probably give it another couple of weeks for it to be edited and for it to come out. So obviously, I'll probably tweet about it, so make sure you're following me on Twitter. I'll probably drop that link in the description. And more than likely, I'll probably make a little trailer video for it, just to get people excited. I'll probably make a little trailer video, and and I'll probably okay, here's another thing. I know I asked you guys earlier another question, but I have another one. Do you guys think it's worth, premiering the video or whatever? Is there any, point to that, really? Or should I just fucking smack upload, Because I'm not too certain, because if I schedule the upload, that would be fine. But if I, premiered it, I don't know, that would feel kind of weird, I guess. I'd feel more comfortable just uploading it. And then, maybe doing a live watch party, in the Discord or something like that. Maybe. Or maybe I'd do it after, a little while after it's uploaded. Or no, that wouldn't make sense. I'd probably do it the same day. So yeah, I guess I'd probably release it on a Friday afternoon or some shit. Maybe. Then I'd see... Or Sunday. I don't know. Friday, Saturday, or Sunday. I'm not too sure. See, I like to think ahead, clearly, as you can see. I am, these things are always on my mind. There's so many, little aspects to the lecture that, I'm thinking about, and I'm trying to take care of, and I'm trying to, make sure it's the best that it can be. Remember 10 minutes ago when I said that was all there was to the lecture, and then I kept going. Lol. I'm really excited for the future. I really am. I'm more than likely finishing school this year. I don't quite know what I'm gonna do after that. I could, try and make some videos, but obviously I'm gonna need to go get a job at some point or points, or I might continue my education. I'm not actually sure right now. But all I'm gonna say is, the thing to look forward to is that lecture. But after that, it's gonna be Best Anime Ever GX Part 1, Part 2. and I'm unsure. I'm a little unsure past that. I have a lot of time, of course, to think about it. I'm kind of fantasizing over videos that haven't even been made yet, so I don't want to get too ahead of myself, so I think it is totally okay that I don't know exactly what I'm doing next. I haven't exactly made a bunch of hard promises that I know I can't keep, unlike Nate. So, other than lecture this year, I think, I can always, change that, and I don't think people will get too frustrated with that if it's, takes a couple more weeks or whatever. But I imagine that watching the second half of GX, it's not going to take me 3 months, if I'm doing a couple episodes a day, it'll probably be done in 1 month, if anything. So I guess this is the one thing I'll try and update you guys on constantly with this cast is, my GX watching progress. To be quite honest, I really should try to finish it this month. I think that makes a lot of sense. I'd only need to watch more than likely, 3 episodes a day. Obviously the real number is probably like 2 point, something, but, it's probably like 3. And I think that should be a good goal of mine for this month. Obviously, I can adjust that, and I don't think it would be a big deal if it took slightly longer. But to be quite honest, like I said, it shouldn't really take me 3 months, It should probably only take me 1 month, if I'm being real. I'm not exactly like an avid like anime watcher or manga reader, so honestly, there's no reason I really shouldn't like either be done or be very close to being done by the next DecompresSean Cast, So I will remember to do that for the next one and let you guys know. Because to be honest, I had a little less notes for this one. Obviously, I just wanted to update you guys on the big stuff, and update you guys on my frustrations with Nate. I wanted to give you guys, update on the job situation. I went and left pretty quick, but, I made some decent money before school started, so that was pretty hype. And like I said before, that also allowed me to buy my webcam. That's another tool, really, for the lecture, that I was so excited, to finally get. I got the Razer Kio, and it's worked out pretty well for me so far. And to be quite honest, like I said before, it's going to be, one of my cameras for the lecture. And, that'll show, that the lecture has more effort and more soul, with different cameras and different angles and whatnot. So, I really hope, I have a lot of hopes and dreams on this lecture. I'm really hoping that, it can be my first video to pass 1,000 views. I think that's a good goal. Obviously I don't think that it's gonna, go viral or whatever. GX is not some relevant thing that everyone's talking about. But I'm just really hoping within this community that is an attainable goal. I'm really hoping that that is the case because, I will certainly advertise hard on the PCP for, when this lecture comes out. And, that's at least a couple hundred. We've clearly seen, based on my, past uploads, advertising on the PCP is very beneficial. That'll definitely net me a couple hundred views. I want to try and get some, actually notable, GX people, which, sounds funny, but I actually kind of want to. There's a couple people I have in mind that I want to reach out to and see if they'll, I'll pitch them the idea and see if they, want to get involved in any way or if they'll just tell me to fuck off. Obviously, I kind of doubt that they would, but I feel like, it'd be really cool to, get a couple of kind of figureheads, I guess, so to speak, who've talked about the show, gotten some decent views and whatnot. I have some people in mind I'm going to reach out to. I'm probably only going to do that after I finish the show. I don't exactly know, what that might entail. I kind of want to ask them, what they think first, and if they would like to, contribute in any way. Whether it be, short, like a short video clip or an audio clip or a meme, or, is there like an aspect that they would really like to, that they would really like to talk about, or that they really want me to talk about specifically? Do they want to come to the lecture? I mean, that would be, that would be crazy, obviously. It might be a little weird, so I'm not sure if I would, I'm probably not going to propose that. I'd probably propose, like I said before, either suggestions for things to talk about, or audio in some way, or video, for them to submit. There's, a couple, people who are, I'd say, they're not like some super popular people or anything, but, they're prominent, they're people who've talked about Yu-Gi-Oh! And have, prominent status, I guess, in the community. I'm interested to see that's like the biggest wild card, to be honest, in the lecture right now, is whether or not these, I guess, guests, would want to do anything, with me, just because I'm such a small channel, that kind of thing. I'm interested in that a lot. I think that would be another aspect where, it would be really good for promotion, obviously. If I could even get them to just like retweet it, or like either tweet about it or retweet it or something, that would be awesome. Like I said, I want to make that a really good video, and I really want it to, do good. When when you put a lot of work into something, you obviously don't want to see it fail. So, I'm going to put a lot of work into that video. I mean, I already have, I have a, 20, whatever I said before, 26, 27 page Google document of like notes on the show. So I'm hoping, demonstrating, my sort of commitment, and, just kind of just being nice, and, just seeing what they say, hopefully, if even just like one of the 3 people I'm thinking of did, that would just be huge, if they tweeted about it or something, that would be cool. Obviously, I'm not going to rely on that sort of thing. So I'm keeping my expectations low. Honestly, it wouldn't surprise me if none of them even responded, because I honestly might send some emails and shit. I'm not sure yet. That's my game plan right now. Of, reaching out to these people, because it kind of is like a business, like, proposition. I don't know. It's kind of weird. I'm such a small channel, so I guess I'm just kind of hoping that they'll, understand what I'm doing, and, be willing to, just appear in a little guy's video, If not, that's totally cool. I really want this to be well advertised. I like, advertising is literally everything. It's just like getting the name out there and getting the video out there is like what's so important. So that's why, I kind of want, some guest appearances of, prominent, people, I guess. I have some, like I said, I have some people in mind. We'll see how it goes. I'm, obviously the lecture is like the one, biggest thing on my mind right now. So, I'm just so excited. School, like this is like I'm literally where Jaden is, like in like the end of season 3, beginning of season 4. Like I'm almost done with school. I'm probably gonna finish it this year. And I'm, going towards my future, really. I'm going towards the unknown, and realistically, there's nothing for me to be afraid of, So, yeah, I think I'm probably going to wrap this up here. I've gone over all my points. I did a little Nate rant. I believe I thanked you guys at the beginning for all the support on the newest video. If I didn't, well, there it is now. Thanks, everyone, for the support on, the Mr. Best Guy video. Maybe it's really narcissistic of me or whatever, but I honestly rewatch it pretty often because I just find it very fucking funny. And by the way, if you've made it this far, I just want to let you know a little something. If you've watched the Mr. Best Guy video, all the way through, and you got to the end where he starts talking about, the image of his, head pops up, and it has the 08. That's his monthly cast. The part where he's talking about, you're the kind of fan I want to have. You're someone who has high standards, etc. That was me. So, that puts that whole, section of the video into a new context. But I thought I'd let you guys know on that little deep lore tidbit, I guess. If you wanna give that video a rewatch now that you know that, and if that puts that into a different context, and you're kind of shocked and surprised, let me know. People, when I told that to others in Pronon, they were pretty, like, holy shit, really? I was like, yeah. But, if that's, that happens to you, let me know, I guess. That was a fun video to make. It was like a quick little weekend project. Obviously there was a lot of likes and comments on that, so thanks. Thank you guys, and thanks to some of the PCP fans, for clicking on that bad boy. I mean, it seems like a lot of you kind of agreed with the premise of the video, so, or at least, enjoyed, some aspect or aspects of it. I just think Nate's kind of hypocritical in some areas where, it definitely is not to, it's definitely to his detriment. Obviously, these, the two statements at the end where, where he was on the PCP and then where he was on his solo cast, I understand that the terms, can be mutually exclusive, but can you understand the hypocrisy to say, yeah, I want fans who just don't get too invested, and they're just happy when a video comes out. And then for him to also say, you're exactly the kind of fan I want to have. You're a guy who has standards, high standards. And like, can you understand the rational disconnect there of how Nate wants fans who are not too invested and who are just happy when a video comes out, but he also wants fans who have high standards and hold him accountable, right, guys? Like, that's just so ridiculous. Okay, I hope you guys enjoyed the deep lore on that, but, yeah, thanks for the support on the Mr. Best Guy video. Nate's patron update, lol. Lots and lots of lecture progress from last episode, you know. And I'm gonna lecture. And also, I am literally an anime protagonist. My last day of work, it rained. Lol. Anyways, that's all I got for you guys. I'm gonna wrap it up right here, actually. I didn't have much to go over, like I said. I think I went on a little too long in some cases. I actually only had 4 points written down, and I kind of breezed through them very fast. So, I hope you guys enjoyed episode 2 of the DecompresSean Cast. Bye.